Hello, I'm Lawrence Chard. Welcome to our Chard Coin and Bullion Dealer YouTube channel. I might as well say before we get started, if you like our videos, please subscribe if you haven't already done. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us a thumb down. And please add any comments or questions you want in the comment section below. I've always known that the prices paid by pawnbrokers and local jewellery shops were often very low compared with the actual real intrinsic or melt value of the gold, or even with our own buying-in prices. Recently, I became aware that the problem was much worse than I had thought, with many high street shops paying absolute rip-off prices for gold coins, gold sovereigns, and scrap gold. But first, a quick history, mainly from my own memory. Way back in the 1960s, when gold prices were much lower, about £12 per ounce, the amounts involved were very much smaller. Even then, our buy-sell prices for gold sovereigns were very competitive compared with high street outlets. When gold prices started to take off in the 1970s, the difference started to be more noticeable. I recollect that most high street jewellers offered between a half and 2/3 of the intrinsic or melt value. Can't remember exactly when we became more active in the scrap gold market, but this was always a kind of sideshow for us compared with our main business as coin and bullion dealers. From 1980, gold prices consolidated for the next 20 years until late 1999, drifting off from about £370 an ounce to about £157 an ounce. So there was no memorable change in the gold buying or the sovereign buying market. When VAT was introduced in 1973, it depressed the UK gold coin investment market until the 1st of January 2000. When investment gold became exempt from VAT. Interest in gold sovereigns and other gold coins, either 1 ounce gold Britannias, started to grow, and gold prices resumed an upward trend, reaching almost £400 in 2006, before drifting back to around £320 in mid-2007. From then, prices started to rise again, and when the global subprime, banking, credit, financial crisis hit the fan around 2008, there was hysterical panic buying of gold coins and bars almost worldwide. Gold hit a peak of about £1,200 per ounce in September 2011. A company called Cash for Gold was set up in 2006 in the USA. It expanded rapidly from 2007 and also launched in the UK in 2009. It used prime-time TV adverts, including the Super Bowl and rapper MC Hammer.
I can get cash for this gold medallion of me wearing a gold medallion.
I won't attempt to do that. Using fear of financial uncertainty, inviting people to just send your unwanted gold for cash. Viewers could call a free phone number to request a free refiner's pack. They could mail this free and receive a cash offer for their gold.
I sent in my diamond wedding band from my first marriage and got money the very next day.
While Cash for Gold claimed it paid up to 80% of the melt value, in reality it often paid as little as 10%, and we witnessed some of this ourselves. Its rip-off pricing and other sharp practices were exposed by bloggers, whistleblowers and mainstream media, although the company often started legal action against many of them. Cash for Gold's owner, Green Bullion Financial Services, ended up filing for insolvency in 2012, so it's quite short-lived. But this wasn't before many other Me Too operators set up to do similar. Almost all of them have since been discredited and usually quietly gone away. While checking the above facts, I remember that back in 2009, the BBC asked us to provide some expert assistance in the subject of scrap gold buying prices. I believe they found us from one of our old heritage websites. We actually recount the occasion on our old tax-free gold website, and it's headed BBC Inside Out Northwest and Selling Scrap Gold. We'll give you a link for it. I had forgotten that one of the buyers in the BBC's comparison was a gold bar, one of a number of pop-up gold buying booths set up in shopping centres by Harvey and Thompson for H&T Pawnbrokers. At the time, our scrap gold buying rate was 85% of melt value. H&T, or Harvey and Thompson, worked out at about 57%. I should mention that our main business is not really scrap gold, but it's coins in general, including gold coins like gold sovereigns and other popular coins like 1 ounce gold Britannias. We're not scrap gold specialists, but we still pay a good healthy rate for it. So that's enough of the history lesson. Let's head back towards the present. A few months ago, I noticed a YouTube video called H&T Pawnbrokers tried to rip me off with my gold sovereigns and coin, although it used a clickbait thumbnail shouting highway robbery. Now, this was by a small investor whose hobby seems to be making YouTube videos. Some of his videos only get a few hundred views, but this one has now had over 31,000 views in 3 months. In it, he visits a local shopping centre, and in particular, H&T Pawnbrokers. Wearing a GoPro camera, on the way in, he passes 5 quite large signs, all saying, "We buy gold." He walks up to a counter and asks, "Are you buying gold at all?" He then unpacks a rucksack and hands over his collection, mentioning specifically 20 gold sovereigns, 20 half sovereigns, 3 1 ounce gold Britannias, and 2 half ounce gold Britannias. While the assistant is receiving help, actually from 2 colleagues, she didn't seem to really know what she was doing, he added, most of them were bought from Atkinson's in Blackpool. That made me laugh. It's Chards in Blackpool. She faffed about for ages, but then she eventually told him, "You are getting £120 for your half sovereigns." It's authoritative. And then £240 for full sovereigns. And then she had to get 2 assistants to come in and, she ended up opening a capsule, and I cringed because she fingered his nice, shiny 1 ounce gold Britannia and really abused it. We would have treated it with a lot more respect than that whole thing by the edge of that capsule. Eventually, £935 for each of his 1 ounce gold Britannias. And that's only about 50% of the actual value on the day. The YouTuber Smoggy mentions how much he was offered at Ramsdale's, who he'd been in to see earlier. They're not called Ramsdale's. Which he says was £15,500 more. Although in a different video, he actually tells him how they made a mistake and offered him too much. From the date that Smoggy shot his video, we calculated that Harvey and Thompson, or H&T Pawnbrokers, were offering just under 55% of the melt value for gold sovereigns, and about 50% for the 1 ounce gold Britannias and the half ounce lot. In comparison, our buying prices for sovereigns, or certainly today, and that's the usual price, is 99% of the intrinsic value, or what some people call the melt value. And actually, it's the same for gold Britannias. We're currently at 99% of the spot gold price, and we were at the time as well. I should say that our rates do change slightly from time to time, and it depends on supply and demand. Sometimes we get almost swamped, and other weeks the supply seems to dry up. But our prices are usually between 98 and 100% of the spot gold price or the intrinsic value of the coins. And a few months before that, we were even offering up to 1.5% premium over and above the spot gold price for reasonable quality gold sovereigns. Our prices do assume that the coins are in reasonable bullion condition. So any badly worn or badly damaged and scratched, highly polished coins, such as those that are ex-jewellery, that have come out of jewellery mounts and rings, will only command lower prices. If we consider incoming coins to be substandard, we will still offer to buy them, and that will be at our current scrap gold buying price. And currently, we pay 90% of the intrinsic or melt value of gold. Even when we're only offering scrap prices, our offer is substantially more than the pawnbrokers in the video, H&T Pawnbrokers, and also much higher than most high street jewellers and pawnbrokers. Our buying rates for most other popular gold bullion coins are similar, usually ranging from about 96% to 100%. Just before we started drafting this video, so a few days ago, one of our staff called 4 different major gold buyers. One of them was H&T Pawnbrokers, another one was Ramsden's Jewellers, and that's the Ramsdale that Smoggy mentioned in his video. One of the cash converters, and also somebody called Prestige Pawnbrokers, that I'm not particularly aware of. Surprisingly, none of them wanted to give prices over the telephone, and they insisted that we had to take the coins into their stores. Cash converters did actually say, under a bit of insistence, that they would ask, and eventually their person came back, having spoken to his manager and found him somewhere, with an offer of £280 for gold sovereigns, which actually represents about 63% of the melt value on the day. A lot better than £240 for H&T. We obviously don't know what the others would have paid without actually sending somebody in to check. Actually, if anybody's got any recent experience with any of those other people or other jewellers or pawnbrokers, you could please pop it in the comments, and we'd appreciate that feedback and information. So, in my opinion, it's obvious that their reluctance to indicate buying prices by telephone is because they don't want people to be able to compare or shop around, or to realise how low their prices are that they're offering. Perhaps most of these high street retail companies rely on dealing with uninformed or desperate sellers. With us here at Chards, you can bring coins in and sell them to us over our counter, or you can post them to us. We're quite happy to work either way. We don't offer free phone, free packaging, free postage, but I will say that all these freebies tend to come at a cost, and they come at a cost to you, the customer. You can access most of our buying prices online, and if you're not sure, you can give us a call, talk to one of our customer service team, and we're happy to give you price indications by telephone. We prefer to avoid fixing prices over the telephone before we've had a chance to see the coins and check the goods. But what I can say is that, if you talk to us on Monday and we indicate X price, and then you send the coins, when we get them on Tuesday, we won't drop our offer price. Whatever price we offer at the time will be based on the spot gold price at the time. It may be slightly higher, maybe slightly lower than you were quoted on the phone. It will be solidly based on the spot gold price, and will tell you anything you want to know, such as what percentage of the spot gold price we're offering. And also, if you're not quite sure on the day, you can think about it and come back. You could even leave the coins a few days. Again, the prices will vary, and you'll get the price at the time when we quote. So we don't force anything on anybody, and we don't treat people as idiots. So just to make that clear, whatever prices we agree on, that's between you and us, they will be fixed at the time. Once we've inspected them, they'll be confirmed at the time that we do the deal and make it, and both parties are actually in agreement. Once everything's agreed, we normally make payment by bank transfer, and that usually takes about 3 working days to reach the seller's account, so to reach your bank account. We also offer a distance buying service, and this is mainly to save sellers from having to send multiple special delivery packages. Information about this is on our website. You can find it, we will give you a link, or you can speak to our customer service team. There are charges for this, but it does mean that you can send relatively high values of coins to us, 10, 20, 50,000 pounds. Whereas if you're sending by special delivery, you're restricted to £2,500 maximum compensation for a package. I will say we do also make a modest charge if for some reason we have to return your items, and this is mainly to deter people from sending us fakes, imitations, substandard items, and sometimes total rubbish. The charges are mentioned on our site. You can have a look, and we do keep them all to be fair and reasonable. Well, an interesting anecdote, because after the BBC programme, as I mentioned, which was about 2010, a Scouse biker came to see us, and he offered us some gold jewellery, and he'd seen the TV programme, and he got his gold back from one of these gold for cash companies, and he was interested to see how much we offered. I can't remember the exact amount, but 2 of our team remember some vague figures. We think that we offered somewhere above £800 for the lot, and when we told him this, it was funny and alarming. He started going, "Effing hell! Effing hell!" And I can't believe it. And then a few more, quite a few times over. And we were sort of listening and watching this and a bit puzzled because we couldn't work out whether this was good or bad. So our showroom manager at the time, she asked him if that was good or bad. And he said, "Good? It's effing fantastic." It made us laugh. It entertained us. It was quite funny at the time. It was very expressive. Anyway, he explained that it'd only been offered about £300. We think it was even less than £300 from the cash for gold people. So £800 is effing fantastic. And he went on to say to us that he'd been made redundant, and a few more personal details. I think some of the jewellery was some breakup from the relationship. I don't exactly remember now, but he needed the money, and he left us thanking us profusely and looking very happy indeed. And this also, as you can guess, made us very happy because we'd helped to make somebody's day, and we'd saved him from being ripped off by over £500. We wish we could do more of that more often. And it's great to receive such instant feedback and recognition for our services. We do try. So I just hope that we don't get a sudden tsunami of coins in the next few weeks to the extent that we end up struggling to cope with it. But if that happens, we will try our very best to manage. I know at the time of the BBC programme, I just went on holiday as it was showing, and I was getting calls from our staff that we can't cope. But that's a kind of happy problem to have. Okay, so there you go. I think you know what to do. We hope that you've already subscribed to our channel, and if you haven't, subscribe now. If you like it, give us a big thumbs up. If you don't like it for whatever reason, give us a thumbs down. Any information you want to add on there, such as your experience selling anything anywhere, pop down in the comments. We'd love to know it. If you've got any questions for us, please ask. We do have a look, and we always try to respond. I'll leave that with you. and hope this has been useful, interesting, informative, and we're looking forward to see you again soon. Bye for now.